Beta-alanine is a natural compound that directly participates in the chemical balance inside the muscle during intense exercise, especially activities that require strength, explosiveness, and resistance over short periods. When it enters the body, it does not act as a stimulant nor as a substance that accelerates the nervous system, but rather as a raw material for an internal process that occurs within muscle fibers. Once ingested, beta-alanine is absorbed in the intestine and transported through the bloodstream to the muscles, where it combines with histidine to form carnosine. Carnosine acts as a true chemical buffer, helping to neutralize the accumulation of hydrogen ions that appear during intense effort and that are directly linked to the burning sensation in the muscles. This accumulation of hydrogen ions is what lowers muscle pH, making the environment more acidic. When the environment becomes too acidic, the muscle loses efficiency, contraction becomes impaired, and performance declines. Carnosine helps delay this process, allowing the muscle to continue functioning longer before fatigue sets in. The tingling sensation felt after consuming beta-alanine is not directly related to this muscle process, but rather to the interaction of the substance with sensory receptors located in the skin. These receptors are responsible for detecting stimuli such as heat, pressure, and small chemical changes in the environment around nerve endings. When beta-alanine circulates in the bloodstream at higher concentrations, it activates specific receptors known as cutaneous sensory receptors, which interpret this activation as a sensation of itching, tingling, or mild burning. This sensation is called paresthesia and is completely different from a negative reaction. Paresthesia does not indicate an allergy, does not indicate skin irritation, and does not mean that something is wrong with the body. It is simply a sign that the substance is circulating in sufficient quantity to temporarily activate these receptors. The intensity of this tingling varies greatly from person to person. Some feel it more intensely on the face, especially around the ears and cheeks. Others notice it more in the arms, shoulders, neck, or upper torso. There are also people who feel very little or almost nothing, even when using higher doses. This difference occurs because each body has a different sensitivity of these sensory receptors. Factors such as skin thickness, blood circulation, intestinal absorption speed, and even eating habits directly influence this perception. Another important point is that paresthesia tends to be more intense when beta-alanine is consumed in a single higher dose. When the same amount is divided throughout the day, the sensation is usually much milder or even non-existent, without compromising the benefits of the supplement. This happens because the concentration in the blood rises more gradually, avoiding an abrupt spike that would intensely activate skin receptors. The desired muscle effect continues to occur normally, because what matters is the progressive accumulation of carnosine inside the muscle over time. It is important to understand that beta-alanine does not act immediately on performance. Unlike substances that generate rapid stimulation, its effect is cumulative. Continuous use over weeks increases muscle carnosine stores, bringing real benefits to physical performance. The tingling sensation, therefore, is not a direct indicator of effectiveness at that specific moment. Feeling a lot does not mean the effect will be greater, just as feeling little does not mean the supplement is not working. There is a common myth that itching would be a negative side effect, when in reality it is just a temporary sensory response. It does not cause skin damage, does not alter nerve structure, and does not create dependence or harmful adaptation. Another widespread myth is the idea that paresthesia could indicate overload on the body. There is no relationship between this effect and overload of the liver, kidneys, or any other internal system. The sensation occurs exclusively at the interface between blood circulation and skin sensory receptors. The duration of the tingling usually varies between 15 and 40 minutes, depending on the dose consumed, the method of intake, and individual sensitivity. After this period, the substance continues its metabolic pathway normally without any additional discomfort. Some people report that the tingling decreases with continuous use over the weeks. This does not mean that the supplement has stopped working, but rather that the body has begun to respond less intensely to this specific sensory stimulus. It is important to reinforce that beta-alanine does not cause itching through histamine release, as occurs in allergic reactions. The mechanism is completely different and does not involve inflammatory or immune processes. For this reason, the use of beta-alanine does not require interruption if tingling is perceived, as long as the person is comfortable with the sensation. For those who are bothered by it, adjusting the dose or splitting intake throughout the day is a simple and effective strategy. Beta-alanine is widely used in modalities such as weight training, functional training, combat sports, short and middle distance running, and activities that require repeated intense effort. In all these situations, the benefit is linked to improved tolerance to effort and reduced sensation of muscular fatigue. The supplement works behind the scenes of performance, allowing the body to sustain effort longer before the muscle environment becomes unfavorable. This effect translates into more repetitions, better strength maintenance, and greater consistency throughout training sessions. The perception of tingling does not negatively interfere with this process. On the contrary, many people begin to associate the sensation with the moment of intake and use it as a routine reference, without any harm. It is worth highlighting that beta-alanine does not have a stimulating effect on the central nervous system. It does not accelerate heart rate, does not alter blood pressure, and does not interfere with sleep when used correctly. Because it is not a stimulant, it can be strategically combined with other supplements, respecting individual needs and performance goals. The quality of the beta-alanine used makes a difference both in purity and absorption. Reliable products undergo strict control processes, ensuring that the delivered substance is exactly what is stated on the label. Regularity of use is more important than the intensity of the initial sensation. The true benefit is built over time, as muscle stores increase consistently. Beta-alanine does not artificially mask fatigue. It works by delaying one of the chemical factors that contribute to performance decline, allowing the body to operate within more efficient limits. This characteristic makes it a widely studied and used supplement in the context of improving physical performance, without compromising the body's natural balance. The tingling sensation, therefore, should be seen as a physiological curiosity rather than a warning sign. Understanding the mechanism behind the effect helps eliminate unnecessary concerns and allows more conscious use. Each body responds in a unique way, and this is completely normal. The most important thing is to observe how the body behaves over time, maintaining consistency and respecting personal sensations. Beta-alanine continues to be an effective tool within a well-structured supplementation strategy when combined with regular training, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. At Gigantic Suplementos, you can find high-quality beta-alanine with competitive prices, fast service, and reliable delivery. It is worth checking and including this supplement in your routine with confidence and trust.